This morning, the tributes continue to pour in for late South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham.
He died late Saturday night at the age of 71 from what medical examiners say was a ruptured aorta caused by the hardening of his arteries. As reporter Julia Keener tells us, people in Central and South Carolina, where Graham grew up, say he was bigger than just a politician in their eyes.
For those who knew Lindsey Graham before the campaigns and the national spotlight, Sunday's loss hits close to home. Neighbors, friends, and community members in Central say they're not just remembering the senator, but the hometown kid who never forgot where he came from.
He's going to be remembered for years. I mean, it's a big loss.
He's done it all and accomplished a lot.
From Washington to West Main Street in the town of Central, tributes have been pouring in.
He was welcome here, always.
But here where Lindsey Graham was raised, the memories aren't about politics. They're about the boy who grew up in this small town.
It was always Lindsey that was there watching over us, playing as kids.
After losing both of his parents as a young man, Graham took legal guardianship of his younger sister, Darlene. Friends say that responsibility revealed the character they would see throughout his life.
Seeing him do all that was amazing. This is a small town, and he was on the world stage, and that was very, very enlightening. We respected him. We could always say, "Hey, Lindsey," and he would speak back.
Town leaders say no matter how far Graham's career took him, he never lost touch with the town that raised him.
Always remembered us, always thought about us. Yes, he was a good friend to this town.
Just having him around, he put Central on the map. Just being the mayor of the hometown of Lindsey Graham was a great honor.
They also remember the day Graham launched his presidential campaign right outside of his childhood home, a moment they say put their little town in the national spotlight.
That was a big event. That's probably the biggest event we've ever had downtown Central. More TV cameras and networks than you would ever believe.
And whether he was back for a fundraiser or just waiting in line for lunch in a t-shirt and ball cap, they say he never stopped being just Lindsey.
I think that was a great attraction for people, was that he never forgot where he came from and that he was proud of where he came from.
That was refreshing to us, that he didn't change. He was always Lindsey.
And years ago, Graham told 7 News that no matter where life took him,
this is home. This always will be home. When my time is up, I will come back to the upstate of South Carolina.
Now the hometown he always cherished is saying goodbye.
He's going to be missed. He was well thought of in South Carolina.
Town leaders tell us they're already discussing ways to honor Graham's legacy here in Central. Reporting in Pickens County, I'm Julia Keener.
Senator Graham was also a member of Corinth Baptist Church in Seneca for years. It's where he was baptized and often attended services with his aunt and uncle. The church's pastor described the senator's death as a shock.
I think right now, just a shock, just a sadness. Really not a lot of political talk at all. Just heavy hearts. When he could let his hair down just a little bit, and we could talk about fishing and hunting and things like that, and it was just really unique, and I'm just really blessed to be his pastor, but to be his friend.
That pastor says Senator Graham was a what you see is what you get kind of guy, and always a great supporter of the congregation.
President Trump has ordered all American flags throughout the U.S. to be lowered to half-staff until 6 this Saturday. In a social media post, the president says he wants to honor Senator Lindsey Graham's, quote, remarkable life and achievements. Graham was a close ally of the president. The senator was widely known for his stance on foreign policy. He had just returned from Ukraine, where he'd met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.